They told me reality was solid, that what I could touch was all that was real. But they were wrong. Because one night I felt it. The invisible ocean we are all swimming in. An ocean made of energy. And once you feel it, you can never unfeel it again. This is the hidden truth about the energy fields that shape your reality. And whether you know it or not, they're shaping it right now. Dimly lit figure walking through fog. Camera close on eyes. Faint particles drifting in the air, pulsing slightly with the narrator's words. I was 27 when I first noticed it. I had walked that same street every night for years, but on this night, something felt different. The air felt thicker, not like humidity, more like the space around me was alive, almost as if the walls, the pavement, and even the space between my fingertips were humming. And then I remembered something an old physics teacher once said, everything you see is made of fields. Back then I dismissed it. I thought he meant electricity, magnetism, science words. But standing there under that flickering street lamp, I knew he meant something else. We don't just live in the world, we live through it. Through an invisible network, a shifting, flowing, pulsing fields of energy. If these fields are everywhere, what are they doing to me? What am I doing to them? Could they be the reason some days feel light and others feel unbearably heavy? That question pulled me into a journey I couldn't stop. I started noticing how people's presence wasn't just about their words. Some walked into a room and the air seemed to lift. Others dimmed it. And then I began to see the patterns. The way a single thought could ripple out, changing the very texture of a moment. Montage of city life with energy waves subtly animated over people. A laughing group radiates warm golden ripples. A tense argument emits sharp, chaotic pulses. Months passed, and the more I paid attention, the more I realized energy fields aren't some distant, mystical concept. They're here, right now, wrapping around you, shaping what you think, how you feel, and what you believe is possible. One night, I decided to test it. I sat alone in my apartment. No phone, no lights, just stillness. And I began to shift my focus. At first, I felt nothing, but slowly, a sensation rose up. Not in my skin, but in the space around me. The air seemed to thicken again. Then something clicked. I realized I could push my attention outward, and the space pushed back. It was as if my awareness was a stone dropped into a still pond, and every thought was sending ripples into an invisible sea. If my thoughts are waves, then maybe every choice, every emotion is sculpting the world around me. That's when the truth hit me. Energy fields aren't just shaping us, we're shaping them. Every interaction, every word is like a pebble dropped into someone else's ocean, and together, all those ripples create the reality we call the world. Overhead shot of ripples and water blending together. Transition to crowds in a city, their fields merging like colored light clouds. That's why a single smile can shift a stranger's entire day. Why walking into nature feels like your whole body is exhaling. And why, no matter how small you think you are, your presence changes everything. I went back to that same street where it all began. The same flickering street lamp, the same quiet hum of the city. But this time, I didn't just see the world. I felt it. The laughter from a distant window carried warmth into the night air. The rhythm of footsteps passing by blended into a subtle, living symphony, and even the empty spaces between things felt alive. So this is what reality really is. Not solid, not fixed, but breathing, flowing, shifting with every heartbeat. Here's the hidden truth. You are not separate from these fields. You are one of them. Your energy, your focus, your presence is constantly writing the invisible script of the world you experience. And the more you understand that, the more power you have to shape your reality with intention. Everything you do sends ripples. Every thought, every feeling is a signal. You can't stop influencing the field, but you can decide what you're sending out. So the next time you walk into a room, or speak to a stranger, or simply sit alone with your thoughts, remember, the field is listening, the field is responding, and your reality is being shaped right now. They told me reality was solid, that what I could touch was all that was real, but they were wrong. Because one night I felt it. The invisible ocean we are all swimming in, and once you feel it, you can never unfeel it again. I was 27. I had walked the same street for years, but that night, something felt different. The air felt thicker, like the space between me and everything else was alive. It wasn't a sound, not a sight. More like a pressure, a hum, in the very fabric of the night. I stopped beneath a street lamp, and the thought came back to me. Everything you see is made of fields. My physics teacher had said that once. I thought he was just talking about science, but now I wasn't so sure. That night I realized we don't just live in the world. We live through it, through an invisible network of shifting, pulsing fields of energy. I began to notice people carried their own atmosphere. Some walked into a room and the air felt lighter. Others dimmed it. I saw how a single thought could ripple outward, changing the texture of the moment. If these fields are everywhere, what are they doing to me? And what am I doing to them? I started watching in cafes, on trains, in conversations. I saw how moods spread like weather. A smile could travel faster than words, and tension could thicken the air like fog. One night, I decided to test it. I sat alone in my apartment. No lights, no phone, just stillness. I closed my eyes. At first, nothing, but slowly, I felt it again, the space around me, alive, almost leaning in. I pushed my awareness outward, and the space pushed back. It was as if my thoughts were waves, and the room was the ocean, every ripple shaping something invisible, yet real. If my thoughts can shift the air around me, then every choice, every emotion might be sculpting the world. I returned to that same street, beneath the same flickering street lamp. This time, I didn't just see the world. I felt it. Laughter from a distant window carried warmth into the air. Footsteps blended into a living rhythm. Even the empty spaces felt alive. And I understood you are not separate from the field. You are the field. Every thought, every feeling, every action is writing the invisible script of the reality you live in. You cannot stop influencing it, but you can choose how. Every day, you are sending ripples. You are leaving traces in the fabric of existence. You may not see them, but they are there. So choose your ripples, let them carry warmth. Let them carry truth. Let them shape a reality you are proud to live in. Because the field is listening, the field is responding, and your reality is being shaped right now.